Limelight presents Diamond Dreams Prasad Kapre Show. Today we have a very, very interesting gentleman here who rules the diamond industry, and we would love to know much more about diamonds from the Managing Director of De Beers India, Mr. Sachin Jain. Welcome, Sachin.
Thanks, Prasad. It's a pleasure for me to be here, and I'm very happy that you're setting up this show with someone with so much of experience in these miracles of Mother Nature that to come to us life, and you're perhaps the person who ruled it. I don't, and I guess I'm glad that you're hosting the show. And I'm very humbled and very happy to be part of your show.
Thank you so much, Sachin. So, welcome. And the first question that which always intrigues me, I always say that no woman needs a diamond, but every woman wants one. ये ऐसा क्यों होता है? ये ऐसी क्या खास बात है? My belief for this diamond industry is that everyone is a diamond merchant. What they're selling is a dream. They're not really selling a product. And I think even from the consumer's perspective, what they're buying into a dream. So, and that's why the whole show is about diamond dreams.
Sure.
So what exactly is it that really motivates a woman to go out there and buy these diamonds?
I think it's a question you ask. I can go on for hours about, but I just focus on a few things. So
sure.
एक लाइन है उसे हम बोलते हैं हीरा है सदा के लिए.
बिल्कुल.
It is diamond is forever is not a flag. It's not a statement. It holds a fundamental truth that diamonds have been around forever and ever. सबसे तरुण हीरा जो हम बोलते हैं वो करीब 100 करोड़ साल पुराना है.
Wow.
और ये this is like we say it's a miracle of Mother Nature. It's a gift of Mother Nature to all of us to express the most important and the most simple emotion between two human beings, and that is love. And why we choose a diamond is because it's not कि हीरा पुराना है. इसका मतलब ये है कि हीरा एक स्तर है. It is constant. It is there permanent.
Right.
Hence, my love for the other person is permanent. So it's a symbol of love. It's a representation of womanhood. It's a desire that people have to be to be recognized, to be loved. And I think that's the fundamental part. And you see, and पूरी जो industry आपने बोली कि diamond merchant, this thing, and that's an outcome of what love is all about.
Absolutely.
And this is a way to celebrate love. It's a way to express love. And what then when I'm sure आपके viewers, I would urge all of the viewers to look at the diamond that they're wearing on their ring. That piece of diamond, that gift of Mother Nature, is older than Mount Everest.
Wow, I got to check it out.
This is true. These are really they were formed when Mother Earth was getting created.
True.
And the fact that we can touch it, we can feel it, and I can tell you, everybody in the diamond business is pure lucky to hold these miracles and make a living out of them.
The passion is flowing, Sachin. I love this. Absolutely, it's brilliant. But that brings to another question in my mind. When you say that it's a gift of love, does that mean that the woman has to wait for her man to actually gift it to her? Can't she just go out and self-purchase herself? Do you think those trends are happening now, or is she still waiting for someone to gift it?
Well, love is now more universal. It's not about a man and a woman or a woman and a woman. It's an expression, and that can happen in self. And I think it's a great question you've asked, Prasad, that reflects what India is today. Mm-hmm. And I think if you look at the trends of how the market is shaping up, 10 years, 20 years back, majority of our buying used to be on bridal.
Right.
So आपकी शादी हो रही है, तो आप अपने लिए ले रहे हैं या family खरीद रही है. Right. That was the more core essence.
But perhaps the entry into the category
that's evolving.
Correct.
And the biggest bet that De Beers is making on natural diamond consumption in India is on two elements. Mm-hmm. One is a middle class consumption, because we think that's exploding.
Okay.
और एक जिसे कहते हैं कि एक expression of womanhood is changing. See, आज की डेट में अगर आप मॉडर्न एक वुमन को देखें, मैं अपने ऑफिस के बताता हूँ, हमारे ऑफिस में about 70% of us are women, and the way a young modern Indian woman is living life is a very complex and multifaceted life, but positive, and I'll explain that. So आप सुबह you dropping your kids to school,
right?
फिर आप जाके अपना घर चला रहे हैं, फिर आप अपना ऑफिस चला रहे हैं बहुत अच्छे से,
जी.
And in the evening you don't mind sipping a glass of wine, but accessorization is changing. How you reflect about yourself is changing, and diamonds are playing a very immense role there. So the biggest segment for purchase or growth for us is self-purchase, where it's a reflection, I say, for India of today. Because आज की डेट में हमारी जो एक मॉडर्न एक स्त्री है या नारी है, they don't have to wait for people to give her things. They can decide things on their own. It has this segment of accessorization, self-love, love from others is a combination that's going on.
In fact, I still remember in one of your presentations, you had spoken about womenomics, and how it's really growing at a massive 25% plus kind of a figure that I remember you had quoted. And which is it's a very, very interesting way of looking at it, because otherwise we look at India and China and blah, 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 and the economy is growing there. But when you talk about womenomics, coming to that, now, one of my questions is that affordability factor, because what happens is, one of the recent research that we had done, जहाँ पे हमें ये बताया गया था कि दो चीज़ें थी. एक तो इंटीरियर्स में जब आप जाते हो, स्मॉलर टाउन्स, tier 2, tier 3 टाउन्स, there the perception still is कि ये मेरे लिए नहीं है, it's only for the rich and famous. डायमंड मैं नहीं पहन सकती या खरीद सकता. The other aspect is where the woman is wanting to buy it, but her the comfort zone or the sweet spot for the pricing is 30,000 rupees. और जहाँ पे फिर उसको लगता है कि भाई 30,000 में तो मुझे खाली गोल्ड ज्वेलरी मिलेगी या एट बेस्ट सीजेड ज्वेलरी मिल जाएगी, बट मैं डायमंड नहीं खरीद सकती, बिकॉज जब डायमंड की बात आती है सो वो रफली आपको 70,000 का हो जाता है, बजट. नाउ टू स्ट्रेच देमसेल्व्स फ्रॉम 30,000 to 70,000 हैज ऑलवेज बीन अ क्वेश्चन मार्क, and so how do you see that, and how do you make sure that these women who all aspire for diamond, there is absolutely no doubt in my mind, आप जिससे भी पूछ लीजिए डायमंड हर एक को चाहिए, बट आप कैसे उसको अफोर्डेबिलिटी फैक्टर तक लेके जाएंगे, एंड सो दैट शी कैन एक्चुअली स्टार्ट बाइंग टोटली ऑन हर ओन.
राइट. सो दो मैं इस सवाल के दो जवाब देना चाहूँगा. वन इज जो आपने मेंशन किया अफोर्डेबिलिटी के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से.
करेक्ट.
सो हमारा ब्रांड है De Beers Forevermark, जो काफी प्रीमियम ब्रांड है
जी,
मगर उसमें एंट्री लेवल जो प्रोडक्ट है वो 5,000 का है, which is a real natural diamond product. So
seriously, 5,000 का.
एक तो ये एक is important thing to play.
जी.
And I think diamonds have that beauty that there is one diamond for everybody. मतलब एक बड़ा डायमंड है, छोटा डायमंड है, that is not important.
Of course.
Higher clarity or lower clarity, that's not important. But the essence of a natural diamond, which is a gift from Mother Nature, is common for every bracket. So I would encourage through your channel for consumers to go in and experience the category and don't be worried
Wonderful.
that I have to spend that much. And the second thing you mentioned was tier 2, tier 3 towns. और जैसे आपका भी ये चैनल है, ये भी एक it's a new way of communication.
Absolutely.
और आप एक आपके जरिए से मैं बोलना चाहूँगा, आप and I won't be surprised कि अब 1-2 साल बाद जब आप बहुत सक्सेसफुली अपने इस चैनल को चलाएंगे, you will realize that आपके ज़्यादा व्यूअर्स tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 टाउन्स में होंगे.
बिल्कुल.
जब मैं एक जर्नलिस्ट से मिलता हूँ and they ask me कि हमारा जो ब्रांड है वो कि अगर टॉप मेट्रोज में है कि नहीं है,
बिल्कुल
मेरा आंसर होता है कि इंडिया में De Beers Forevermark is in 86 cities of the country. तो अगर आप 20 के ऊपर अब दिमाग लगा के सोचें कि 20-30 के ऊपर अगर कौन से शहर हैं ऐसे, तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ 86 में हम लोग प्रेजेंट हैं जहाँ पे कंजम्पशन रेडी है. टुडे अ कंज्यूमर इन दिल्ली और बॉम्बे और गाजियाबाद और हसनापुर और आसनसोल हैज द सेम मेंटालिटी. तो एज मार्केटियर्स हमारा ये एक अगर नया रूपांतर है हमारे देश का कि हमारी प्रोग्रेस, हमारा एक सोचने का जरिया बिल्कुल कॉमन है. और एक ये ब्रैकेट करना कि भाई टियर 1 और बड़े से शहर में सोच अलग होगी, वो शायद 20 साल पहले 30 साल पहले रियल था. आज की डेट में द एक्सपोजर दैट पीपल हैव थ्रू सोशल मीडिया एंड द इंटरफेस इज कॉमन, एंड आई थिंक द वे ऑफ थिंकिंग इज वेरी सिमिलर. Affordability is very similar. Actually, we see phenomenal growth coming from smaller towns.
Actually, smaller times. That is.
But consumer, जैसे आपके जो viewers हैं, मैं उन्हीं को बोलूँगा कि there will be no difference whether आप ये channel आपका PK show यहाँ से एक छोटे शहर से देख रहे हैं, आपका सोचने का जरिया बिल्कुल same होगा. Then for somebody,
that's a very good point, because you're absolutely right. The kind of exposure that they have through this social digital media, I think. The thinking is
it's a completely transformed world.
Absolutely.
And Prasad, आप और मैं तो कई जगह हम साथ भी ट्रैवल किए हैं कई जगह.
बिल्कुल.
आप एक ऐसे शहर में जाए जहाँ आपको लगता है कि भाई यहाँ शायद एक्सपोजर नहीं हो, and it just surprises you how life is lived even more better and more with brands, more with exposure. So we should be ready. That's a very new India and a very new age consumer we all as marketers are dealing with.